Well, welcome to another pinball repair video from the Goat Shed. Today is the 2nd of March 2022. It's 21 degrees Celsius outside, which is around about 70 degrees Fahrenheit. Just been repairing this ball count unit and rebuilding it. It's all clean, as you can see. And we went to put it back together and discovered there was a problem with the switches. Now there's the switch stack there. Now what the problem was that the spacer was missing. There it is, there's the two different types of spacers. So we've got to fit a spacer. Now a lot of people may not have actually encountered this. So let's just show you now how we work that out. Now these spacers are used frequently, particularly in the score motor, and they're often used on switch stacks. Now what we're going to do, we're just going to show you how you can tell there was one there in the first place. Symptomatically what the problem was the switches would have remained closed in both positions, in reset. So there you can see where that spacer was resting. You can see the round mark there. Okay, so we've still got the stack off. We've pulled the bottom Bakelite off. We've used the big pliers to do that. That's the easiest way to do that. We're just going to illustrate that for you, just by putting that spacer back on and pulling it off with the pliers. So they are hard to get off, so that spacer's on, so we just get the big pliers
and away it goes.
And pull it off and away it goes. We'd had that on and off a couple of times, so it's a bit tight. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so our immediate problem here is that the pin, if you call it that goes into the switchblade is a little thicker than the actual switchblade we have. So what we're going to do, what happened there? Oh dear, we had a technical issue with our gimbal. What we're going to do, we're just going to get a drill bit like this, and we're going to just twist that around gently, as you can see.
Don't put it in a drill because you'll destroy the switch.
Okay.
This is the best way to do it.
Did you hear that? You don't use a drill because you could damage the switch.
Just keep that. It's only light metal.
Yeah, it doesn't take too long to do it. There you go.
And
He's nearly finished. Right, so it's in the blade. Now we just put it in the vise and just gently press that together a little bit, just so it holds on. And then what we do, we just get the soldering iron out and just gently get a bit of heat on there, and that's done. There it is, ready to go back in the machine. Right, there it is now, put back together. Now we've just got to screw that down onto the ball count unit. Now just when screwing those down, make sure the blades are parallel to each other and they're not twisted. So that's back on. We've just got to solder a wire back onto that blade there, and we're almost done. Alright, so we've put that back in to the unit. The switch on the right's okay, it's open, but the switch on the left is barely open, so we'll just do some adjusting there. There it is. Now we'll just test it. Still not quite happy with it. The day in the life of a pinball mechanic, hey? But that's something, if we didn't discover that, we would have had a problem. All sorts of problems could happen there with that ball count unit. Now we're just making sure the switches are, I suppose, are closed, making good contact.
That's it.
Done. Okay, so we go to reset. And both switches are open.
Yep, done.
And it's all done. So there you go. That was just by physically seeing or looking at something, being used to the fact that that spacer should have been there. Now it's in, and that ball count unit will function properly. So once again, thanks for watching this video. We hope it's been helpful to you. And we once again ask and remind you to please subscribe to our channel. We're constantly trying to do videos and think of different things. We just thought we'd do that on the fly. We never would have thought to do a video on that. So once again, this has been another Goat Shed presentation.